Good, Coach. I guess first question, just kind of break down Winthrop and what you've seen from them on film this year.
Well, they're picked to win their conference again. We've got a very, very talented and well-coached team. I was watching their game last night and today of them beating Furman. And obviously, you guys all know we have a lot of respect for Furman. So they're, a team that is very similar in that they shoot the three ball really well. In fact, their three-point shooting percentage is 39% as a team going into our game, which is very high. They have a big guy inside who's the preseason player of the year, big wide body from Tennessee, who originally signed at the University of Tennessee, DJ Burns, who presents a lot of problems in that he's a very good scorer around the basket, and he's a very, very good passer. So if you try to double him, he's excellent at getting out of the double team and hitting his open teammates. So he is a real load. They have a very good shooter named Patrick Good, who transferred from East Tennessee State, who's an excellent three-point shooter, kind of reminiscent of the kid we just played in Hunter from Furman. They have an outstanding four-man Hightower who's shooting 46% from three, their starting four, who also presents problems because he's good, scoring around the basket and he can shoot threes. But they're very talented. They've got a good team, a lot of good players, and we've got our hands full.
With the what's kind of the latest on Cam Matthews and Rocket and Tolu? Any new developments with those guys?
Nothing new. Cam played in the last game and had a good practice yesterday in terms of being able to go the whole 2 hours. So I think Cam physically is okay. Tolu and Rocket are, status quo.
Stefan, go ahead and knock your questions out if you've got multiples.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was having some technical issues. Hey, Ben, I was wondering how much you guys have kind of been talking about, all the games that have been getting canceled nationally. I mean, are there any concerns within your program, and how much have you guys kind of maybe taken extra steps the past couple of days as this has kind of risen again?
Well, everybody on my team that was eligible for the booster shot received theirs on Saturday. And I was thankful for that because, reading all the data, the only thing that really protects you now from Omicron, that gives you a chance to not get it, is having that third booster shot. I, for example, took Pfizer, and they're saying that Pfizer, with just the 2 vaccinations, is, you're about protected about 20%. Now, you're not going to die, and maybe ultimately this Omicron will be a good thing for our entire country, and that we'll get closer to herd immunity. I don't know. I'm no expert. I just know what I'm reading, and I'm trying to get all the information because it really scares me. 3 NBA games were canceled last night. They're going to start testing daily in the NBA the day after their big celebration on Christmas, where five games are supposed to take place, and we'll see if they do or don't. But yes, of course, it concerns me about college basketball. I've seen already 10, 11 teams that have canceled games, and there was another game canceled yesterday that was supposed to occur. And even the Kentucky great win over North Carolina, they were supposed to play Ohio State. Ohio State and UCLA had to beg out in Vegas the other day because of that. So it's definitely a concern. And the good news is, especially for young people, the Omicron doesn't seem to be as severe. And for example, Reggie Perry, one of my favorite players that I've coached, he's playing in the G League right now, and one of his teammates got it on their G League team from Toronto when they were playing in Vegas. They tested the whole team. Half the team had it, and had no symptoms. So, you're seeing it throughout the NFL, the NBA, and, I have a cousin who attends Cornell University, and Cornell, every student in the entire school has to be vaccinated to attend school, but you can't go there. And then they're testing each student 3 times a week. Well, they all went home for Thanksgiving, came back, Omicron hit, the entire school got it. Every one of them a breakthrough, infection. So it's very, very scary right now, just not knowing.
Right. I know your team is vaccinated. How often do you guys still test now?
We don't.
All right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go to Jerry Tipton next. Jerry, go ahead.
And as you said, Kentucky's game with North Carolina was a substitute opponent, and they're facing the same situation with Louisville now. Supposed to play Louisville Wednesday. Now they're looking COVID in Louisville. Now they're looking for a new opponent.
I didn't know that. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I'm wondering what the challenge is for a coach to prepare for an opponent on the fly that way.
Yeah, it's very difficult. You know, you think you're playing one team, you're watching film on them, all of a sudden the rug gets pulled out. So, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, you know, for Louisville's sake and then also for Kentucky's sake. It's just unfortunate. And, you know, I mean, the timing of all this, because, you know, I was really excited that we were going to get through an entire basketball season this year without any hiccups in terms of the coronavirus, but apparently not.
Yeah, I wondered if there was anything a coach would look for on the court during the game.
Yeah, I don't think so much. I think, you know, most of your preparation, Jerry, takes place prior to the game, and then you're trying to, you know, go out and play the game and implement what you've been able to get your players to, you know, take advantage of in terms of understanding how they're going to play, what you know, individual tendencies players have, and what they're running and what they're trying to accomplish, both offensively and defensively. So it's a lot harder, you know, and when you're doing it on the fly, no question.
Thanks.
Yeah.
We'll go back to Paul Jones. Paul, go ahead.
Coach, just a couple more questions. We saw you put DJ on Alex Hunter the other night. Is that something you may do moving forward? Obviously, there's a lot of two guards in the SEC. Is that something you may look at, or does it just depend on the game situation?
It's just on the game situation. You know, at that point, I mean, DJ is our best shutdown guy defensively because he has length, he has quickness, he is long. He really did a great job. As soon as we put him on him with about 7 minutes to go, the kid didn't score again. And he really was face guarding him a lot of the time. So, you know, give DJ a lot of credit for helping us pull out that win because his defense really mattered. And, you know, that's something that, yeah, if someone's going off and going crazy again, I could definitely see us doing that again. Whether he's a 1, 2, 3, or even a 4, you know, he's our best guy at defending.
And with the Christmas holidays coming up, I know it's kind of difficult sometimes for athletic teams, especially college teams. I know Mississippi State's football team has to be in Memphis on Christmas night to get ready for the Liberty Bowl. What do you guys do with the holidays coming up, and what's kind of y'all's schedule?
Our players will get the 22nd, the 23rd, and Christmas Eve off, 24th. And then we'll come back and practice early evening on Christmas to get ready for the 29th. You know, anytime you take 3 days off, you're going to lose some conditioning. You know, shooting's like, you know, something you got to do every day to be good at it. So 3 days in a row is you know, a lot to recover from, and we want to get off to a good start, obviously, in the conference on the 29th against Arkansas here at home. But really, all our focus right now is on Winthrop. You know, we know that Winthrop is very talented, and this is another tough game against a team that's going to win their league. It's most likely going to be in the NCAA tournament, and we've got to be at our very best tomorrow to have success against them.
Do y'all do anything together as a team for Christmas?
No.
Stefan, to wrap it up.
Hey Ben, Iverson's three-point attempts have gone down a significant amount the past couple games. Do you think that's part of a concerted effort on him, or do you think he's hesitating maybe a little bit after some of the struggles he had in the early season?
Yeah, you know what? He shot it really well in practice yesterday from 3, and you know, I think people are obviously all trying to, you know, be up on him as tight as possible and help and double team him and et cetera. But he'll be fine. I'm very confident in that. He'll be just fine, and he's putting a lot of time in on his shot, and I think he's gonna, you know, his percentages will start to go back up.
I hate to do it again. I know I did it earlier this year, but are you starting to have nightmares about DeMar DeRozan facing your Lakers, man?
I'll tell you what, he played great last night. And you know those LA kids want to always play good against the Lakers. When DeMar DeRozan grew up, he was a Lakers fan from Compton, California, no question. So anytime you're playing your team that you idolized as a kid, I'm sure he wants to bring his best. And yeah, that was a big win for the Bulls last night without Levine even playing.
Yeah, they're lucky to be just back playing games at this point.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. That's no question. Who do they play on Christmas?
They don't play on Christmas.
Oh, that's too bad. They might be a substitute Christmas team. Who knows?
We'll see about that.
Okay.